Cold-blooded, that's cold.
Welcome to the Cold-blooded truth.
Ooh, cold-blooded, that's cold.
Yo, what's the deal, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy DJ Coleblooded, live from I Am Studios alongside Women 1073, and I got a very special guest in the building for this segment of the Cold-blooded Truth podcast. This person is someone who I still look up to, but I looked up to in the DJ game and the nightlife scene in the city, all the way from when I first got to high school, all the way till now as an adult out of college. This person is a mentor of mine in the DJ scene, definitely one of the people that put me on and really put me in the mix, gave me a chance, gave me a shot. And this dude, if you go to the club, you know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go out to the club, you go to Carson, if you go to the Strip, if you go anywhere in the city, you know who this guy is. But, without further ado, Solo Dolo, what's going on?
Sir, what's going on, man? Hey, I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate, the intro, stuff like that. I put some other people on in the city, but the fact that you came and say, you really helped me out, I appreciate that, because some people won't admit that. But, we ain't gonna go there.
I say that all the time, like interviews I do, even just like out in the street, like people say, Solo, I'm like, yeah, he's the reason I got to experience this. He's the reason I got to experience that. You know what I'm saying? And here we are now.
Here we are, man.
But just so to let the people know, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from New Jersey.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm originally from New Jersey. Moved out here with family.
Mm-hmm.
Family relocated different because of job positions and stuff like that. So we ended up moving out here.
Okay.
And, things kind of just changed. And, I guess I'm a Pittsburghian. Is that what y'all call it? Yinzer?
No, that's what they call it.
That's what they call it?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I'm still... Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all say?
Some people might say Yinzer. I'll say white people say Yinzer.
White people say Yinzer. What do black people say?
We don't say nothing. We just from the Berg.
Oh, from the Berg? All right.
Yeah,
I'm from the Berg now.
So at what age did this transition happen?
I would say I was about 7 when I moved out here.
Okay. What was going through your head at the time? Like, I'm leaving my friends, or I'm changing school. Like, was you nervous? Did you know what was going on?
No, I knew what was going on, but I wouldn't say that, it was anything ridiculous. I would say it is, I was still kind of young.
Mm-hmm.
Going into the city is way different because, I was 45 minutes outside of New York City.
Oh yeah, so you was like you were a suburban dude.
Suburban.
So,
You know what I'm saying? So we used to go into the city a lot,
yeah.
But then, transitioning out, it was kind of different. So I would say it's about day and night.
Mm-hmm.
It's fast paced, it's different type of hustle, different type of atmosphere, more culture.
Mm-hmm.
And here it's just like plain. I'm gonna call it plain.
Plain?
Plain.
What you mean plain?
I mean, I feel like there's no culture, there's no, unity in certain communities. It's literally white or other in the city, I would say. And I think that needs to change immediately. So it's plain.
Makes sense. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's real cut and dry. It's not. There's no Chinatown. There's no like.
I don't really hang around Chinatown.
I'm just saying. like different cultures. Like there's no Indian community.
No, we ain't talking about no Canal Street. All right,
no Canal Street.
No Canal Street.
Okay.
But I would say there's just no culture here. It's just, in New York you got all different races are prominent and glowing out there, prospering.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just white people prospering. And I'm not saying that there's only white people prospering in Pittsburgh. It's just you see more of that in New York than you do see here in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And that's what I mean by that.
I get what you're saying. Where'd y'all relocate to in the city?
Moved to the east side.
Where's that at? Like any specific area?
The east side, man. I moved all over the east side.
So like East Lib, East Hills,
I was all
Penn Hills, Wilkinsburg,
all of
Hollywood, Lincoln.
All of them.
Okay.
What about shut up, Siri? What about Mon Valley?
Well, Mon Valley champ, man.
Mon Valley champ. All right, where at?
Man, I go to Duquesne, McKeesport.
Okay.
Was it Braddock out there, Rankin?
Yeah, you're definitely not from here. So yeah, I go to McKeesport. No shade to McKeesport. Shout out to JKJ and other people out there, man. Yeah. So all right, so you just moving around the city the whole time. So what's going through your head now? Like, what school did you go to?
What school I graduated from? Graduated from Gateway.
All right, graduated from Gateway.
Yeah, I'm a Gator, man.
All right, what about middle school? Where you go? Just bouncing around?
Went to Gateway.
Gateway?
Went to Gateway.
Okay. All right, so what was that experience like?
Gateway was culture shock from my previous school.
What you mean?
I would say back when I went, it was probably about, I would say about 75% white, 25% black. Now I think it's about 50-50 almost.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's changed a lot. But when I went, it was predominantly white school, and it was a little bit of culture shock.
Yeah.
You know, interacting with, you know, different people, but, you know, I got acclimated to it.
How'd you get through that?
Family, you know, I was the only one there, so I got a, you know, older brother, younger brother, younger sister, and we kind of just, you know, meshed together. And I was able to, you know, travel playing sports and stuff like that, so you meet people from other schools. Sports? Yeah, I played basketball, so I was able to meet other people. You know, I'm a shooter. You know,
you're nice, don't lie. Was you nice? I'm not nice, so I can't say nothing.
I ain't gonna say I'm butt. I definitely got PT. I was a shooter, bro. I wasn't butt, so, you know what I mean?
All right.
Wasn't good enough to get no scholarship, though. But I also dropped out my senior year, and we'll talk about that, too.
In high school?
No, I dropped out playing basketball. Let me not say dropped out. I stopped playing basketball. So,
okay. Why?
You know, I just wanted to take a different route. Wanted to go ahead and focus on, you know, school, focus on me. I was focused on college. Our team was terrible. You know, we was known for football. Basketball was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone got a scholarship for basketball from our team. And we had some nice people on our team. So
that's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, I mean, we did have some nice people on our team.
So, lots of college. Where'd you go to college at?
Went to Clarion.
Why Clarion?
I went to Clarion. I applied for a couple schools. Didn't really think I was gonna go to college or like that. So my family wanted me to really focus on that. And so when I started focusing on it, Clarion was the I applied to 5, and Clarion was the first one that got back to me. So I just went with that.
What'd you go for?
Finance and accounting.
Was you always like a numbers dude, or like?
Always, man. Analytical with the business, and you know, I was always a numbers guy. That was my forte.
All right, cool. So you know what I'm saying, you good at math.
Good at math.
What's
Great,
man. What's the Pythagorean theorem?
I don't go that far. That's math that don't matter. That's math that don't matter.
What you mean math that don't matter?
We don't care about that.
What you mean math that don't matter? You might build something.
Hey, look.
I know you outside of here. You might build something.
Only thing I'm building right now is this fucking checking account. That's the only thing we focus on. So I can add and subtract them numbers, right?
Okay. All right, so. All right, so where does DJing come in?
DJ came up Clarion. That's where I started.
Set the scene. Like, you in your dorm, or you walking down the street, like, man, this party's butt for real.
No, this is what happened. So I got these 2 old wooden speakers, you know, that was out of my house, and when I got those, you know, I was able to hook everything up, so I'm blasting music in my dorm room, blasting it. 2 girls that was on the step team came by, they walked by and said, "Hey, you want to DJ a party tonight?" The rest is history. Yeah.
So, what kind of? All right, so y'all had a step team. Y'all had freshmen, like you had the Divine Nine up there.
Yeah, I mean somewhat.
Yeah.
Not all the Divine Nine was up there. Just certain, you know, sororities and fraternities were up there. Not everyone.
All right, so well, for those who don't know, Divine Nine is like the historically black college. In regards to historically black colleges and HBCUs, it's the sororities. So you have like Deltas, AKAs, Kappas, Alphas, and Sigmas. Shout out to Make It Nasty. We gotta get him up here.
That's my boy.
And you know, all that stuff. Boom. So you up in Clarion this freshman year?
Sophomore year.
All right, sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
I'm saying you acclimated to the school. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying these 2 girls walk past from the step team. Yo, this party's going on. Can you DJ? Did you ever DJ before? Like,
never, man.
You have equipment? Like,
I had a laptop and them 2 speakers and it was like a 6-track stereo.
Okay.
And I was in the back of the stereo. It was the audio into an 1/8 inch. And I plugged right into my laptop, and I downloaded Virtual DJ. You know, I was already an aux killer, so it didn't even matter. And we just got the party started. Man, I was an aux killer, so it was just playing, stopping, you know.
So that's how you was doing your transitions at that point.
Hey man, they had a backspin button on Virtual DJ. I was going crazy. Was going crazy in the thing, man.
Did they so what year is this?
It's sophomore year. This is 2009.
Okay.
2009.
So 09. How many people was there?
My first one?
Yeah, this is the first party.
First party was a house party. It was cracking.
All right, cracking house party.
Cracking house party of Clarion.
Step team in there, I'm imagine you playing
At least
Wipe Me
100
Down
people was
and all
in there.
that.
I was going crazy.
People stepping, doing these strolls.
Old Gucci.
Yeah.
All that. That was actually new Gucci at the time.
This is 09.
09.
So this is like the height of like all the mixtapes and all that going on.
You hear DJ Holiday through all my drops.
Yep.
Fuck my name. DJ Holiday was in all to play that night.
Yep. Did you have a DJ name at that point?
No. They called me. So there was a DJ up there, and I was around him. His name's Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
And he was calling me DJ Young Money because I was the newest. Like, I was new to Clarion. When I was a freshman, all the people I knew were seniors. So I was like, they used to pick me up after class just to get drink. They had a reason to drink every time I'm Clarion. Like, yo, yeah, like, yo, it's 3 p.m. Yo, we done for the day. Let's drink. Like, yo, it's a football game today. Let's drink. Yo, it's an intramural basketball game today. Let's drink. Like, it was, we were just drinking to anything. And it was weird because, when you're a freshman, you don't got no cars and they walk around. They had cars, so they would pick me up. Don't matter where I was at.
Yeah, you was that guy.
You know what I mean? So I was plugged in because of them. So I was like fresh on the scene, stuff like that. Calling me Young Money, stuff like that. So that's my first DJ name.
Okay.
But I was a big Kid Cudi fan, so I was like,
What's your favorite Kid Cudi song?
Day and Night.
Name another one.
I like Happiness.
Happiness?
Yeah.
Really?
I do. Pursuit of Happiness.
You Kid Cudi fan?
I am.
Solo's a Kid Cudi? That's crazy.
How you think I got Solo Dolo? Boom.
That's funny as hell.
Crazy, right?
For real?
That's how I got it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I got the name Solo Dolo. Changed my name like my junior year.
Okay.
And then kind of just, bought some equipment.
You watch a documentary?
With the Kanye?
Kid Cudi.
Oh, no, I didn't finish the Kid Cudi documentary. But I did watch the Kanye.
Okay.
Did you watch the Kanye?
Yeah.
Kanye documentary is inspiring.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I have a new view of Kanye after the documentary.
I still think, and I'll say this is my show. I still think he's a little weird. Like I definitely think but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Like I really think he's a weirdo. But I understand, like the position of like trying to be understood and like make what you want happen in this world, and people just don't get it. And you want them to get it, or you're just saying, all right, fuck it, I don't get it. I'm gonna just keep doing my own thing, and it go how it's going.
He's very persistent. I think, after looking at it, at the video, I would say Dame Dash, I think Jay-Z, I think they were scared of him. That's what I think so. I think so. They knew that if Kanye were to come out and be a rapper, will we have the blueprint? Because would he be focused on his rap career rather than producing beats?
Right.
So if we didn't have the blueprint, how would we look at Jay-Z? So a lot of people don't look at that. You guys see how many times they shot down All Falls Down. Dude got turned down at least 80 times. Yeah. Everyone kept telling him to be a producer and things like that.
Yeah.
So did Kanye shape the careers for a lot of artists because of his beats, or
both?
Exactly. But if he solely solely focused on rapping like he wanted to do, well, we know about a lot of these other artists. Would Pharrell have a bigger name? Not saying he doesn't already, but would Pharrell be, one of the kings? Would other people have different names? Would there be a different producer who really didn't get on because Kanye was producing everything? We don't know that. So, you got to think of that. So I think Kanye, he got weird after his mom died.
Yeah.
He got weird. But I don't even call it weird. I think he's just in his own, he's on his own level. He's on his own level, and not many people can relate.
Yeah.
Now he's stripping. I mean, that's what he do, but
that's what I'm saying.
Now he's stripping, but I feel like
it's cool. All right, so like people would say Kid Cudi's a weirdo.
Kid Cudi's a stone cold weirdo.
You know what I'm saying? But
facts.
You know what I mean? The dude who made that, probably a weirdo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
The Cross Colors team, probably a weirdo.
Got to, man.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, so you go from DJ Young Money to Solo Dolo.
Yep.
And you said junior year, right?
Junior year.
Okay, so now you're going into your senior year. What's on your mind now?
How to elevate my game.
How'd you do that?
All right, so friend of mine, family, DJ Bamboo.
Okay.
We online. We looking for different turntables, things of that nature. Techniques. I found a pair. This dude got some Grandmasters, only 2,000 are made. He didn't know what he had. So I go out there, and the guy was like, I need 900. And I was like, gave him the runaround. Well, I didn't even get him around, gave him a true story. I'm a college student, really don't got the money like that. I mean, I got 600. He looking at me like I could do 650. And I'm like, all right. So I went to PNC, went to the bank, and only had like 630 in my account. And I was talking to, flirting with the lady at the teller, and she let me overdraw my account. And she's a real one for that, right?
Okay.
So you can't do this no more. So she let me overdraw my account.
Okay.
Gave me the 650. Went to go purchase it. I remember his wife was like, came downstairs like, what are you doing, John? I'm like, we out of here. Bamboo knew that they was worth way more than that. So he's all giggly in the corner like, I can't believe you just got it. Like, yo, we hook up. And then I'm like, fuck, I need a mixer. So he had a mixer. I was literally left there, went up to a gig because I was DJing at a club called the Loomis at the time. So he gave me his mixer, DJ'd, made my money for the night, went to PNC, paid the overdraft and whatever I had, and cleared my account. And then I took a credit card and bought the remaining amount of the equipment. So I'm about $5,000 in credit card. I'm talking about I bought speakers,
you maxed out?
Maxed out. But I bought a Rain 57.
Okay.
So I had 57 at the time. I had 2 Mackies. I had 2 subs. I bought stands.
What you need 2 subs for?
For the club, because at the club I worked at, they had this equipment. Like the guy was bringing the equipment, and I had to like match him.
Ah, okay.
So I was bringing that stuff in. So shout out my man Mook, man. He finessed one of his shorties and was driving me everywhere with that. Like, so we didn't have a car at the time.
Okay.
So senior year, rocking at the Loomis, things are going good. Someone's supposed to drink on my mixer, and you know how that go. So at that time, I had to buy a brand new mixer, right? So I'm strapped for cash, and there is a fraternity that was looking at me. I'm not gonna say which. There's a fraternity that was looking to get me to to join. I talked to them. They talked to me about it.
I know which one it is.
So I was about to join, but I was like, I don't got the funding to join.
Okay.
There's a certain advisor up at that college. I don't know if he's there any longer.
This is Clarion. Okay.
But he was able to all of a sudden get me the Board of Governors scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of sitting there and using the Board of Governors scholarship to go ahead and focus on pledging, I used the money to buy me a new mixer.
Wow.
And some other equipment.
You hit the illest lick.
Illest lick.
And what could they say?
New needles. I mean, what could
they say? He probably was he mad at you?
I mean, what could he say?
Right? Doesn't matter at that point.
What's he gonna do? Beat me up?
Doesn't matter at that point.
Hell no. What's he gonna do?
You probably made him look wild.
No, it's not even make him look wild. That is for students, students of certain ethnicity to go ahead and focus on, school. So he didn't look wild. He just knew. I just never got it. The 4 years up there, and all of a sudden as a senior, I got it. So it didn't make sense. But
right.
It is what it is. Okay. So I got that, and career kind of took off from there. So I'm graduating, and we go to Heinz 86.
Where's that at?
It's now Carmi's.
Okay.
So Heinz 86 used to be one of the biggest spots in Pittsburgh, and there was a DJ named DJ Xavier Maxwell, good friend of mine, old head. Put me on game, May and Bamboo on game. So we met him. He was like, you could fill in for nights because he's traveling all the city. I'm talking at this time, like Matrix is open, different clubs, Whim's open. All these clubs are open, and he's traveling DJing these spots. And he was like, when I need to fill in here, I'm gonna call you guys. We thought he was bullshitting. He called us the next week. So me and Bamboo was actually working the same events for a while. And I wanted to go to a more hip hop route. He wanted to go towards a more versatile route, playing all types of stuff. So we're playing at S-Bar at the time, which is now Cosmo.
Okay.
And we're playing at
Which was Devils and Dogs.
Yeah, which was Devils
was a whole bunch of other stuff.
Karma, the stage of Karma,
Yeah.
a couple different things, right? And we're playing S-Bar and Heinz 86. So I'm DJing at Heinz 86, which is now called Levels. Or it was Levels at the time. When my man JB came through, John Bettis. His brother's Jerome Bettis. So JB comes in and he hears me spinning and he was like, look, man, I think you try a spot called Savoy. And me at the time, I never heard of it. So at that time, I was like, yeah, I'll try it out. And he's like, yeah, we've been open 3-4 months. Why don't you come out and check it out? I'm like, cool. So I get a night at Savoy. And at that time, Savoy was divided into two, it's downstairs, upstairs. It was always divided. But it used to be packed on both floors when this first opened up. So Savoy had a different atmosphere when it was originally open. I'm talking people were dressed up, suits, things of that nature. And on downstairs, they kept a real R&B light for the dinner. They had a chef, all that. And then upstairs was more of the party, the lounge type vibes. So I started out as, at the bottom there on the first floor playing a lot of R&B.
How old are you at this time?
I was probably 22 at this time.
Okay.
22 at this time. So they just opened. I'm sitting there, playing R&B. I'm talking about all the major DJs in the cities were there. I'm talking about, you had like Endless, you had like Nugget, you had GQ, you had Black Steel, you had DJ Soldier, you had Nick Nice. I mean, I could keep going on. Like all the major DJs in the city were there competing for these spots. So I remember one night, Chuck Sanders, which is the other owner at the time, they came to me and was like, yeah, we want you on rotation on a consistent basis, Friday and Saturday. We're going to give you the residency spot. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I was excited, and they started filtering out all the other DJs. So I'm like, all right, cool, this is perfect, it's perfect. So there's a DJ, they filtered down, it was like me, TJ, Black Steel, and a guy named DJ Endless.
Okay.
Endless, was kind of on his way out, but me and him kept in a great conversation, stuff like that. And he gave up his spot to go work at Diesel,
which is Foxtel.
Right now. So he gave a spot to work at Diesel. He asked me to come down to check Diesel out, things of that nature. And then he heard me playing at S-Bar, and he said, "Man, you're like a chameleon." He was like, I was like, what do you mean? He was like, man, you could play all different types of atmosphere, all different types of music. He was like, you're like the crowd pleaser. And that's how I got the nickname, the crowd pleaser. So with him, on his way out, he worked at Diesel for a couple months, and then he ended up opening 12 Whiskey Bar.
Yeah?
And that was the original owner of 12 Whiskey Bar. So I used to go down and DJ at 12, sometimes things of that nature, traveling around the city, still at Savoy. A big spot called Ivy opens up, which is now a market now, huh?
A market?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was.
Ivy is it was Mosaic before. I think Ivy's a market now, like a supermarket. Not a supermarket, like an outdoor grocery market. It's like right in the heart of the strip district, off Smallman. So
maybe.
Yeah. So
okay.
I was working at Ivy at the time. They were throwing crazy events, crazy parties, stuff like that. And I remember I was constantly rotating with like GQ and some other DJs and things of that nature. And eventually GQ went on tour, and after his tour he ended up moving to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So when he moved to Atlanta, that's when I kind of became the premier at Savoy. So then, I came premiere at Savoy, and then we flew down to Miami. I'm DJing like at Fountain Blue. I'm DJing different spots in the city, going to DC, traveling, DJing. Shout out my man Schemes. There's a lot of different moving parts with that atmosphere, just DJing, just growing and building my brand. And then from there, I started at Woman Crush Wednesday. And when I started Woman Crush Wednesday, it became a big hit on the Wednesday nights because there was really nothing to do. Big shout out my man E Fish. We actually did events down Potato Heads on Tuesday. So now I'm rocking like Tuesday through Sunday basically. Just rocking every night, right? Then I always wanted to create like a team. Like, cause I remember,
I was gonna ask you this question.
So I remember my man DJ Xavier. He had like his team, and I was like, I want to create a team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I linked up with my man, Make It Nasty at first. And
How did that happen?
So Make It Nasty, he came up to me, and he was DJing, and he was coming up. He introduced himself, and I said, with your current team, you're not gonna go nowhere. But you really make some, when you're ready to make some real money and really get to it, call me. So he waited a couple months. He ended up calling me.
Okay.
And
it's like meeting the plug.
So I kind of
without the dope.
I shook knight him without putting him over the ledge. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, like, this is what you need to do. This is how we're gonna do it, and this is how we're gonna execute it. You gotta trust me.
Okay.
So I said that to him. I had a similar conversation with my man A Noon.
Yep.
I feel like I had a similar conversation with you.
Yep.
And I told you guys, work with me. Khalid too, Mr. Underrated. We had this conversation. I said, look, we're going to be premiering the city. Give us some time. And people, we stuck around. We got, we're doing different shows on, Savoy. We're going to Extaza doing concerts, doing bigger events. And it kind of just bubbled up from there. And I feel like I stayed true to my word. Always try to make sure I plugged you guys first. I just wanted to create a team. So I created the Party Boys. I wanted, an atmosphere where I share events with my people and people I'm cool with. I've always feel like you should feed the family first before you reach out to anyone else. Mm-hmm. And I still feel that way to today. So, I saw some opportunity in my man SB. I shook knight him, told him the same thing, like, this is what you need to do.
SB is in Sheldon?
Yeah, call my man SB.
Yeah.
So I did that too. It just kind of just bubbled up and, prospered from there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the Party Boys started. I wanted to create a team that was going to escalate in the city. And plus, other DJ groups kind of, asked me to do the things. And I remember they were like, I'll give you all my music. I'll do this. I mean, they seen, how I was bubbling up, how I was moving the city, because I didn't have to just DJ, hip-hop events. I could went to, Fox Hill and played. I could go to Tequila Cowboy and play. I can go to Burn and play. I can go McFadden's and play. I can go anywhere. And I can go up to as far as Seven Springs, or I can go to the Galaxy Secrets. Yeah, I could DJ wherever I wanted. Yeah. And it was, they wanted that connection, but always felt like I had to feed the family first. So I kind of, put them on the side, back burner. And there's DJs that don't like me till this day because of opportunities I didn't provide for them. I mean, we can even talk about this Whammo station if you want to. There's a DJ or actual old program director got mad because I didn't provide him with some events and stuff like that. So I mean,
I remember you telling me that story.
So I mean, it's just, I'm always gonna take care of the family first, and I'm like, outsiders come last, and then I'm always gonna stick to that.
Yeah, man. So I remember that moment. Like, I used to be in school. It'd be lunch in high school. Go on Instagram. I'll see a flyer, but I'm not looking at the flyer. I'm looking at who's playing the music. So it says sounds by Solo Dolo, music by Solo Dolo, solo on the ones and twos. I'm like, yeah, okay. So he's the person to meet. He's one of the ones to meet in the city. So I remember hitting you up on Instagram and stuff, like, y'all need advice. Like, when I'm in college trying to DJ and do my thing, and then you was pretty much like, yeah, bro, like, we'll link up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll cross paths eventually. So I'm interning and at the station at Whammo, and I'm DJing on site at the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Yep.
We was out the Pavilion, First Niagara, and it was like it was weird. It was like you pulled up and you were facing the one way, we're facing the other way. I'm setting up, and I look up, and then you're taking your thing off the track. You're like, yo, you call about it? I'm like, yeah, you saw, yeah, man, I'm about to go do the meet and greet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? See you do anything. We'll link up. I'm like, all right, bet. And then that was it. Like at that point, everything he's saying, I remember I'm in college. Next thing you know, I'm DJing at Uric at the hookah bar with you, Noom, Make It Nasty. DJ. Remember, even before that started, I caught it at the very, 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 very end when you guys was at Extaza in Room 16.
Yeah.
You invited me to the Dolph show. Yep. I went, rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Yep.
And I was up there on stage. I'm like, damn, this shit hard as hell for real. So then you invited me to the money bag one. You was like, yo, you could DJ. I'm like, man, fuck. Like, I had something to do, like a final or something, like something going on. I was like, fuck. But I was like, yo, like these are the people that I gotta like be around. So next thing you know, we're at the hookah, and it's me making nasty. Noom ends up moving. My daughter comes around, you come around, and then next thing you know, like he made it to where, like, I'll just say it, nobody could do anything. Like, we were everywhere to where nobody, like, it seemed like nobody could really get their foot in. Like, let's say, for me, I might come to Savoy for the first hour, and then he shows up. Then I go close at the hookah, but then Make It Nasty goes to Secrets, and then we all link up at Secrets. Or we switch it up, like, you go to Cosmo, one person goes to the hookah, one person goes here, one person goes there. And it was just, like, that for like a good solid couple years.
Yeah.
And then like at that point, I remember I looked at my pops. I'm like, man, I want to do like 300 events a year, like Steve Aoki. He's like, man, that's a lot. I'm like, all right, but the year like that following year after I met you, I think it was like 2019. I did like 200 something.
I believe it.
And I was like, all right, this is it. This is what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting to the point. I had a couple weeks where it was like a Tuesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta do this. Tiring as hell. I miss the college freedom though. I don't know if I could do it now. but yeah, like good look.
No, man, hey,
Good look.
take care of family first, man. You always do. Always got to. Because you know when shit goes south, they're gonna be the first ones that have your back.
Yeah, man. Like we even to this day, like everybody tosses each other gigs or refers each other in more ways than one. Because, you know, everybody does other things outside of just DJing.
That is true.
But, yeah, so you're, how many years in the game are you now? Like 10 to 15?
No, I'm like, let's see. I would say, like, 10 professionally.
Okay.
I say 10 professionally. So I don't really count the first couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't count the sophomore, junior year. I would say senior year is really when I really start taking off. I'm in the clubs, I'm DJing concerts and stuff like that. That's when I really take off. So I would say, yeah, I'm about 10 year vet.
So what's some of your DJing pet peeves at this point?
My biggest pet peeve.
Give us 3.
All right. It's
What's up, my lady?
Wait, my bad. Are you getting service in here?
Yeah.
Dead. You are?
Yeah. What, for my phone? Yeah.
No, like without Wi-Fi.
Yeah. That's my lady. She took Portia's spot.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
So, biggest pet peeve, I would say, number 1, it's 10 a.m. I'm just getting to the club. 10:05, you asking for Super Gremlin by Kodak Black. Like, damn, can I get started? Can I get warmed up?
everybody says that. You asking for the hits way too early.
Where you going? Another pet peeve. Can you put this song on because I'm about to leave?
Mm-hmm.
That really grinds my gears. Like I go crazy when I hear that. That shit blows my mind. So when I put your song on, you're still gonna fucking leave. So leave. Here's the third part, right? It's my homegirl's birthday. Can she get another shout out? I already shouted out Jasmine 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
I said happy birthday, Katie, 8 times already. How many times you want me to fucking say it? You know what I'm saying? So
Midnight already hit. We played the song. Y'all turned up, did y'all thing. Y'all had the moment. There's
exactly.
other people in the club.
Exactly. So I would say those are probably my biggest 3 right now.
What are the 3 things that you love about it, or most enjoy?
I most enjoyed the relationships you built. I would say that's the key. I built so many relationships and long-lasting relationships, you know, with DJs and even other cities, you know, artists in other cities, things of that nature from DJing.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that it's something I really connect with my children with. You know, they love the fact that I'm a DJ. They always, you know, play on my equipment, try to learn and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do like that. And I would say the third thing I like most in DJing, I just like music in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, DJing allows me to express myself, in which I'm gonna come out with the tape, and I'm gonna let you guys know here. It's gonna be called Oi.
No, with a tape.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tape.
a tape like
It's like
you on your DJ Khaled, like you do this, or
yeah,
like
it's gonna be like DJ Khaled, but I'm gonna work with all different types of artists, and it's called OI, and OI stands for Open Your Ears. So basically, I'm gonna have a track, where it might be a hip hop track. I'm gonna do an R&B track. I'm gonna do, Afrobeat track. I'm gonna do an EDM track, and that's gonna be my next big project that I'm currently working on.
Okay.
So it's gonna be called OI.
All right, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, speaking of big transitions, you're like the other dudes that was there before you. You're the one with the club now.
Yes. So I'm managing things at a big club in the city called Controversy right now, and things are going pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie. Managing this, it's been great. Trying to ramp back up. We came up the gates hot last year, and we're ramping back up constantly now. So I recommend come checking us out. Wednesday through Sunday, as much as you can.
So he gave y'all the spiel he's supposed to give y'all. So I'll give y'all my spiel. This shit. He opened the club, and it was cracking during the pandemic. I say that?
Yeah.
It was cracking during the pandemic. This is whenever people didn't really know what was going on. Everybody's kind of weary. Some people maxed up. Some ain't. There's no shot at all. This is before like everyone's like locked in the crib. So I think this is before everyone's locked in the crib. So
I would say more like after. So like everyone was locked in, and then after when they started having the restrictions, like 50% capacity. And stuff
so
like
this is like that winter.
Yeah.
That winter, like after it really like kicked off, at least here in Pittsburgh, and it was the only place to go. Like there was nothing else was open. There was literally nowhere to go.
There was places open.
Man, there was nuh-uh.
Every club was open.
Nuh-uh. Not like this.
I mean, they might
I didn't hear
have
nobody
moving like that.
Yeah,
but
I didn't hear nobody
open.
Like I didn't hear anyone talking about it.
No, Eon was definitely getting a lot of play.
Me. I'm saying I didn't hear most people talking about it. Eon was doing their thing too.
Yeah,
this is before like
it was around the same time. Eon opened first.
I was around the same time.
And then was around the same time.
Eon, Salty, Conspiracy around the same. Yeah, it was all around the same. 808 too, right?
808 too.
Yeah, it's all around the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say in my world, due to convenience, controversies real close to the south side, and it was either you're gonna go to the south side or you're going out to Homestead. And a lot of people just went all the way down Carson. And it really, for me, it was crazy to see because everybody started going there. Like the rappers, the athletes, everybody, like all different kinds of like notable people, different social statuses all showed up there.
Man, I seen everybody down there.
Like it really started
from
booming.
Aaron Donald to Justin LeBoy.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people came in and out of that spot.
Yeah. Some of the dudes that's in the league now.
Yep.
Before, like when it was just college, and it was really like so. What's it like venturing into the club business?
Totally different atmosphere.
Because you do DJ there, but
yeah,
you don't have to.
I don't have to. I still like to. 'Cause I still like the craft, and I still DJ other places. In the city. But I would say it opened my eyes to realizing it's just not about the party. There's other moving parts that are behind the scene, and it took me some time to grow to understand that. So managing from liquor inventory to staff to I got a third element with the dancers, entertainment there. So it's a lot of moving parts, but I'm up to the challenge. It's always something I always wanted to do. So.
Running the club, and now you're dealing with the liquor industry, hospitality industry, nightlife industry, dancing industry, and you're dealing with a lot more personalities. What's it like? What are some key components to think of when it comes to dealing with the liquor industry and hospitality industry, and then people like your employees and stuff like that?
I don't think dealing with the liquor industry is too bad. Hospitality industry is tough. Let me not say tough. It's a lot of moving parts. If you have the right team, I think anything gets done. It's easy to accomplish. So I do have the right team for that. And you said hospitality, alcohol industry, and then the third industry you mentioned was
just having like employees, like people we had to deal, like the dancers or like people that book the sections and everything like that. Just people.
Well, it's kind of not that bad. on that part, because on the Wednesdays I was booking a lot of sections, working with a lot of the VIP staff and stuff like that to do that. So I feel like I was always prepping myself. Like at Extasia Room 16, I was working with the bottle staff to book sections and things of that nature. So that almost came like second in nature. Like I said, it's all about your staff, all about your team. As long as you guys are moving on one team, one accord, the synergy's good. So.
All right, so, well, what do you think of the Pittsburgh music scene?
I think the Pittsburgh music scene is getting better than it was before. I think we're becoming more like other cities where they support the music industry. I would say back, when I first hopped on or got into DJing, we didn't really support each other, and I think a lot has to do with the lack of radio station. I think we lost Wembo for some time, and I think that was the reason why there was a disconnect between artists and DJs and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's when you were starting when Wembo was gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's with that happening, it caused that ripple, and I wouldn't say that artists trying to get on in the city. I don't think that's always that you have to focus on paying to get your music played. I think it's about the relationship you build. And that's why I value the relationship. So there's certain artists that I have a relationship with, and I'll spend the music and break the music all day. And there's certain artists you don't have a relationship with, and you're just not inclined to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, going out and buying a DJ drink is not building a relationship.
I was going to say, how do you think they should go about doing that?
I think artists should focus on, first of all, you have to come professional, come correct, right? I don't want to download your music off YouTube mid-set. I don't want to do anything. I don't want you to hand me a thumb drive. I want you to set some time aside, like, hey, man, this is what I got going on. This is music I got going on. Can we sit down and talk? That's how you go about it. Oh, you know what, man? I pulled up on you about 6 times now. I made myself aware of, Solo's aware of who I am. So I'm going to reach out to him and talk about my music. I don't know who, Trey 457, that's his big crib on his page. I don't know who you are. But if you came out, this is my artist name, man. Good to meet you. Have a party, have a good time. I see you out again. Like, all right, this dude's, he's out. See him out again and again. I'm like, all right. Then he comes to me like, hey, bro, what's up? I'm an artist. This is who I am. This is music I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? You got some time you think we can set aside and really talk about it? I probably had 2 people do that with me.
Play the game, y'all. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Like he said, just show up, say what's up, woo 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 woo, and be persistent. That's the point of it. Like Grimy Grimes.
Exactly.
I remember, once I did the radio transition, I started going out, and more people start walking. Bro, can you play my jam? How can I get on radio? How can I get on radio? And this dude walked up on me in Ember.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, you Coleblooded, right? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? He's like, bro, I gotta link up with you, for real. I gotta link up with you, man. Name's Grimy Grimes, boo, 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 boo. Gave the whole spiel. But then after that, his management reached out, and then he kept reaching out. Then we did the interview.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do the song on the radio.
Exactly. So. It's about being consistent.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, if you want to pay for your, pay to play, I'm always down for that if you want to. But, I mean, it's all about consistency and building a genuine relationship,
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's all it's about.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No.
What's the untold truth about DJing?
Everybody thinks it's a fucking party.
What you mean? Oh, like it's just fun?
Yeah, everybody thinks it's just fun. You're up there pressing buttons. Basically, on the aux, everyone thinks they could do it. No one understands about, reading the crowd, the transitions that go into play, the equipment, the setup,
Counting.
Tell me about it, right? So people don't even know that part of it. A lot of people think a DJ and sound guy is the same person.
No.
And it's not.
Like, yo, you know how to hook up all these chords, right?
Yeah.
You know how to do all this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like,
So people, get that confused. And I think that's probably the untold truth. Everybody thinks we're just out there drinking, having a fucking good time, and pressing buttons, man.
Yeah. Well, all right, so for those watching, what does a DJ do? Like, how do you DJ? How do you go? Describe going from one song to another using the equipment to like break it down for people.
I think it's all about, all right, so you got a transition. You got left deck, right deck, crossfader, middle crossfader. How do you want to do your transition? Do you want to cut it in? Do you want to flanger it in? Do you want to...
No effects.
No effects.
Well, okay, you could use an effect.
You could use an effect.
You
You
can-
could use an effect. Do you want to blend it in?
What's that?
So when blending, you're blending two tracks to make a seamlessly transition in between two different songs.
So you're making the, let's say, an outro of a song,
Don't even have to be an outro.
or just the end of a song,
Don't even got to be the end. It could be a part of the song,
part of the song.
and you're blending it smoothly transition into the second song,
Okay.
and it's a blend.
So when blending,
Mhm.
what has to match?
BPM,
What is that?
beats per minute.
So if it's 60 beats per minute, I can't blend into 65 beats per minute.
You can.
How?
You could take the 65, drop it down to 60.
Okay. Or
Or you could. I would never take the left deck and bump it up to 65. I would never do that
why not?
because you're gonna hear a different pitch. Like the pitch, you're gonna hear the song speed up.
What if you have the pitch locked in?
It's gonna mess up the tempo still because the song's still speeding up. So I always drop mine on the right deck, or I
Okay.
always use the right deck. I don't ever mess with the song that's already playing.
How do you feel about people hating on the sync button?
I mean, I think people that hate on the sync button are like your older DJs, like the DJs who really took. I can't say take DJing seriously, but the older DJs, they grew up on the techniques. They grew up on the
Yeah.
actual turntable. Now,
Needles, motors.
all of that. So now, with technology, it's becoming, I would say, a little bit easier to DJ, but you still have to blend it in. You still have to transition it. So if a DJ wants to sit there and sync all day, that's what he want to do. I don't give a fuck. But other DJs do give a fuck, and you got to be prepared. You're always gonna have that hater. You're always gonna have someone who's gonna be like, oh, he's singing, he's doing this. But I think at the end of the day, you still got to blend the song together. So
Mm-hmm.
you still got to transition it. You still have to figure out how you're gonna go from A to B.
Mm.
So if you can't do that, that's the bigger picture, right?
What can we get the list of your accolades? Like if you had to list off your EPK, electronic press kit, just some of your favorite gigs that you've done over the past decade.
I DJ'd at Bliss, DJ at Stadium, Rose Bar, St. Ives.
and
These all
people.
this is all in DC. Pittsburgh. I probably am the only DJ who DJ'd on the North Shore and in Homewood in the same day. In the same day, not the same week, same day.
I don't know. I got backtrack. I might
will put that on it. You DJ there too, Bo?
I don't know if it was North Shore, but it might be somewhere.
I DJ Tequila, Cowboy, and Secrets in the same night. Same day.
I'm trying to think. God knows, a Thursday. Nah, that's not North Shore. That's not North Shore.
North Shore, a whole different type of crowd.
Yeah, that's not a different type of crowd. I'm trying to think. I did something. I like Robert Morris. That's college though. That's not like.
Okay, I'll give you that though.
But
I'll give you that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say I probably DJ at every spot in Pittsburgh that's relevant. I would say that. I think I created one of the strongest DJ groups in Pittsburgh, and I'll back that up any day of the week.
I would attest to that.
Yeah, I'll back that up any day of the week. I DJ a lot of the Rivers casinos, like the fights, like the MMA fights and the World
Yeah, I'm
Rumbles.
about to interview them. Yeah.
Yeah, so I DJ those. Those are fun. I'm trying to think. I DJ Fountain Blue. I DJ'd Aaron Donald's draft party.
Mhm.
Tyler Boyd's draft party. I'm trying to think. I probably threw 32 concerts in Pittsburgh.
You threw 32?
32 all those concerts at Room 16 Extaza. Those are all me.
With who? Name them.
Uzi Vert, Yo Gotti, Moneybag, Dolph, Jeezy, Juvie. I did Joseph Secor, Tommy from Power, brought him. Lexa Sky, Bernice Burgos, Key Glock, would say, let's see, Black Youngster, Cardi B, Fab, Dave East. Like I said, man, there's so many shows.
Lil Baby?
Lil Bit, how could I forget about that? And NBA YoungBoy. I did NBA Youngboy and Lil Baby. How can I forget? I DJ'd a Lil Baby. I DJ'd a set.
Yeah.
How can I forget about that one, man?
What other artist set have you done?
I did Juvie set when he came. I did Black Youngster set. I did one of Boozy sets. I would say that's about it. Set I can remember off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more, but that I can remember off the top of my head. I mean, I got a lot of accolades. I mean, I did the Kevin Hart tour. I did the Martin tour. You did the last one. You know when he came.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps.
I wanted to do Martin, but COVID.
Yeah, okay. Man, I tell you, the list goes on. I mean, I don't have my EPK in front of me, but if I did, I could tell you. I mean, there's stuff that I'm missing out there that I'm leaving out. But man, I did a ton of shows.
So going back to the kid sitting, where was you sitting at?
Where at? Which one?
When the step team shorties walked past.
Oh yeah, I was actually in my room.
All right,
blasting music.
So from the kid in your dorm, they're walking past your room, you blasting music on your speakers, just chilling. Yo, you should come DJ this party. Did you think that moment would bring you to here?
Never.
How's it feel to be at this point?
It feels good because my stepdad didn't really support it.
Yeah.
And, and my mom supported it. And I think my mom, like, saw it in me. And she would help me, like, if I needed some stuff or, like, my mom came to my first DJ battle, stuff like that. Like, so my mom was really supportive of it, as long as I finished school and stuff like that. So it means a lot that, it actually grew and made it this far. I DJ Jerome Bettis' Hall of Fame party out in Canton when he got inducted to the Hall of Fame. How I forget that? So
yeah, how did you like these are all like legendary
moments.
Like people don't do stuff like that. Like that's not a normal thing to do.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Not a normal craft, because now it seems like anybody can rap and DJ, but to be able to go from the North Shore to the Strip to the hood to out of state to like an hour away and be able to do all different kinds of events.
Yeah.
And now be able to put people on in a different position and also your own venue.
Yeah.
In addition to partnering with people and getting all these different experiences, like that's a lot.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot.
It is. It is. I just stay humble, keep my head down, because I know I got people watching me. So, I'm ready to actually pass it down to a generation.
Yeah, you probably didn't even know there was this little kid in high school watching you.
Never thought of it. But I didn't treat you any different when you came up to me. I remember you. I do remember you ripping on me because I had a sweatshirt on during that practice during the spring game. Robert Morris. I had a hoodie on.
Yeah,
he was like, yo, this nigga
hot.
right here is fucking unbelievable. I was hot as fuck. I wasn't trying to take the hoodie off.
Bro, it was 80 degrees. It was a Robert Morris football game.
It was cold when I was setting up that morning though.
He had these huge K-12 speakers. I'm like, damn, I'm like, yo, that's the dude. But he had this black sweatsuit on, and to give you some context, if you're at a football stadium, let's say you're up in the box, right? And you look down and you see dude facing the stands. But Robert Morris, we're right next to the airport. There's no like trees blocking the field and we're on top of like a mountain. So the sun is like right there on not just him but everybody. But you're standing on the field set up facing the crowd with an all black sweatsuit on and it's 80-something degrees. I'm like, bro, this dude's crazy. Like, why is you dressed like that?
It was cold when I was setting up that morning. I'm trying to tell you, it was cold when I left the house. I got up there, that sun was on a new level. I was hot as fuck. I couldn't wait to get up out of there.
Yeah. What would you say some of the keys to being able to DJ different kinds of events?
Building a relationship and staying persistent. I mean, like I said, the relationship's got to be genuine. It got to be. Even if they don't put you on at that time, it will always circle back. Mm-hmm. I remember the Extaza Room 16, man, the guy was passing out flyers used by Migos and Rich Homie Quan first time they came to Pittsburgh. And I was like, I met him. I was like, yo, my name's Solo. He's like, yeah, I heard of you. I was like, hey, what's going on with this type of event? He's like, I already got a DJ. But he's like, I heard about you. We're going to link soon. Next thing I know, 2 years later, he hits me up like, I got an opportunity for you. So I could have got mad, like, man, fuck you. You know, I'm better than any DJ you got, whatever the case may be. I was like, all right, man, I appreciate it. I'm going to slide through the Migos because I can't make the Rich Homie Quan. I'm going to slide through the Migos at least. So I'm there, parlay with him for a little bit, enjoyed the show, right? So, you know, just building that relationship, you know, he's like, oh, man, this is a cool motherfucker for real. And that's how you get to the next level. So you got to stay persistent. You got to build a relationship. You don't know the seed you planted for the future. And that's the key. That's the key.
That's truth. Yeah, man, I should have did that. I remember there was, well, you know, there was this one situation. I was thinking it was gonna go one way and it didn't, and I was salty as hell. Like I was genuinely upset, but I still show love to the DJs, not so much like the owners. But at the time, like I was just swole. I was just mad for real.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, I shouldn't have showed any of that and should have just been more persistent.
Exactly.
Probably would have worked out. It still could. You never know.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. So.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, other opportunities pop up. And then
oh,
we get,
yeah.
You know,
and they did.
Exactly.
They did.
Like you DJing for Juju.
They did.
What you gonna do now since he left?
I was swole that, man. I'm like, man, he's going to...
You know what I mean? Not many people say that. They DJ for Juju personally on a party level.
Did for his birthday.
For his birthdays.
Birthday and the water balloon fight.
I thought he did 2 birthdays in a water balloon fight or something like that. They did 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them, but the first one was that water balloon
Okay.
fight. The second one was his birthday.
That's what I'm saying. Not many people have the opportunity.
Fun fact, found out I was going to be a dad an hour before I had to go do that. So I was happy as hell that day.
Found out I was going to be my second child an hour before Cardi B got on. So I understand how that goes.
You know what I'm saying? So while we're on the topic, what's fatherhood like for you?
Fatherhood is good, man. Like I said, it's all about your support team and who's around you. Fatherhood is amazing. Couldn't be even more happier.
What was going through your mind when you found out you was going to be a dad?
The first time, I was a little scared. I didn't think I was ready.
How old was you at the time?
24.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like I was ready. But you know, I got through it, and that's like my right hand best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm upset, where the case may be, she, you know, got a way to cheer me up and pick me up every time. So that's my next project right there. If I'm teaching someone how to DJ, that's it right there.
What's a piece of advice you would give other young fathers?
Whatever relationship you got with a significant other, whether if you're still with her or not, make the relationship work. And don't give up on yourself and your dreams just because you have a child.
Yeah. Because sometimes you might feel like, man, can I keep doing this? Like,
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Like, everything's going to change. And sometimes it really doesn't. Like, nothing really changes. I mean, there's going to be a big change, but, you know, your flow might not change.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Always got to adapt. Make sure you do.
So what are 3 choices you made that have changed your life or improved your life?
I would say DJing 1, having children's the second one, and being an owner, you know, managing really a lot has been the third one. So,
what's a piece of advice you give to upcoming DJs? Like 2 key pieces of advice.
take the craft seriously, and take the what I mean by that, be professional. Whether if it's breaking down your contracts, to, you know, negotiating, getting back to people, things of that nature. And I would say, you know, when you're in the lab, get in the lab every day. What I mean by that, practice your craft every day. So put your head down, get into it, whether if it's, you know, 30 minutes, hour a day, figure that until you're able to, you know, establish yourself. So,
what's the untold truth about you?
Untold truth about me. I'm a man.
All right, let's get 2.
Untold truth about me. I'm a man of many talents.
All right, what is it? What's the other talent? Like,
hey, you gotta maybe hit me up in the DM and find out. Man of many talents.
Man of many talents.
Man of many talents, and that's how I'm going out. That's
all right,
untold truth about me.
All right, untold truth about him, man of many talents. Well, appreciate you coming through. Coleblooded Truth, man. Appreciate the story. It's real insightful. I love hearing about people's stories, like coming from the beginning to like right now, because I didn't know none of that. So
He's around me all the time, and he didn't know that. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, bro, we don't even have pictures.
We got like 5.
Maybe.
I found them. We got 5.
Maybe.
5.
Maybe.
2 at Secrets, 2 at Savoy, and 1 at somewhere else, like at a concert. I'm gonna say Extaza. Got like 5. And I'm pretty sure we got one already at the hookah. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, man. We got footage together. We definitely got club footage together. I know we do.
Got to. Somebody out there
I feel
on
like
their
you
phone.
DJ'd a concert with me. Was it the Pit Party? You DJ'd a concert with me. A couple of them at Extaza.
Yeah, it was the Noop and the Q party,
I thought
Kappa
so.
Q party.
I thought so. I feel like I had to leave and you did one by yourself too. I'm not mistaken.
I did one by myself.
I thought so.
Like the next year, I think. Yeah.
Those are the times, man.
Yeah,
The
one
time.
of those. Yeah. Even with like with the Miles Sanders party.
Yeah.
That's one of those. If you know, you know. He was like, bro, he hit the group chat. He was like, bro, my friend needs a DJ, yo. Can you do it? And I'm like, yeah. Who's your friend? And he's like, it's Miles Sanders. I'm like, what? What the fuck? In there. But hey, more of the story, you know what I'm saying? Keep going. Appreciate you coming through.
Always,
And,
always.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish you and the family much more success, prosperity and things of that nature.
Likewise.
And yeah, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through.
All right, man.
Hold on. Where can the people follow you? Where can they book
yeah,
you?
yeah.
And where can they tune in? And can they get a job? Controversy?
Yeah, I mean, what they want to do,
Tell them.
We're always hiring. Me running things, we're always hiring, things of that nature. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at DJ Solo Dolo. Actually, I'm sorry. Twitter, it's Solo Like the DJ. Book solodolo@gmail.com for all events. If I can't do it, I'm gonna put you to someone on the team. I recommend them, or I wouldn't have them on the team. That's basically how I do it. So if it ain't a party boy party, it's really not a party, right? So that's how we look at it. And we out.